Tet of 68 was, big, obviously. And when that happened, we were back at our main base in a town called My Tho, which was the district capital. And it was one of the areas that the Viet Cong really wanted to overrun, and they actually took control of the town. Our base was a converted small Vietnamese Navy base on the edge of the river. It runs right through the town. It had been expanded and reinforced and fortified. And there were also a bunch of SEALs operating there with us. So they had their very heavily armed like boat, and we had our boats down there and security and everything. So what they did with us is they got all the boat crews down to the boats, and all the boats get out into the river, and we just wait for orders. It was pretty chaotic at first, but it settled down. The Viet Cong never got into our compound because the SEALs were there. The barracks, for lack of a better word, that we used was an old Vietnamese hotel. I think it was 5 or 6 stories tall, and the SEALs were on the top floor. So they had a field of fire all the way around. They could see anything. They had their weapons and all their binoculars and everything. So as Viet Cong tried to get close to our area, the SEALs just picked them off, So they learned to stay away from that area. They never got onto our base down by the river because that was also very heavily defended. But they did get close to some of the admin buildings. They took over some medical facilities that the Vietnamese were using. And another town that was close to where we were was called Ben Tre. And one of the stories about Tet is that somebody said we had to destroy the town to save it, and that was pretty much true because the Vietnamese took it over with the exception of one very small area. And there was a canal from My Tho, the town that we were at, over to Ben Tre, and we would run that canal supporting the Vietnamese and American forces that were in Ben Tre. So we got shot at a lot then, because there were Viet Cong everywhere until the end.